Under President Traore's leadership, a brand new $8 million tomato factory is up and running. For years, farmers in Burkina Faso poured their sweat into overflowing baskets of tomatoes, only to watch them rot in the sun. No buyers, no cold storage. Meanwhile, across the shelves of local markets, imported tomato paste from Europe, from China, made from the very same tomatoes grown right here in Burkina Faso. Something strange and extraordinary now is unfolding in Burkina Faso. This isn't just about recovery. This is a quiet revolution, one that could change everything. It's not just a building, it's a signal. A signal that says Burkina Faso will no longer just grow food. It will process it, package it, sell it, control it. The factory was built where tomatoes grow best. Every day, it turns tons of fresh tomatoes into rich paste, ready for markets, schools and homes across the country. Already more than 150 people work there. Machine operators, food safety experts, engineers, and even more jobs are springing up around it. Drivers, farmers, crate makers, and local packaging businesses. This isn't charity. There are no strings attached, no foreign agency calling the shots. The plant was funded with support from partners that believe in real independence, not dependency. It's a BRICS-backed idea brought to life with Burkinabe pride. Schools are now teaching young people how to grow smarter, not harder, how to build food systems, not just harvest crops. And this is only the beginning. The goal? To build a nationwide chain of homegrown industries where every product adds value, every job builds futures, and every franc stays home. And if one tomato plant can do all this, what happens when you build the roads that connect it to the rest of the continent? Next up, a $120 million highway corridor that could turn local markets into regional powerhouses. Before we dive in, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to see it, and don't forget to subscribe. Because stories like this aren't just news, they're blueprints for something bigger. You can't grow an economy if you can't move things. You can't reach markets if there's no road to get there. That's why Burkina Faso isn't just paving streets. It's paving a future. Right now, the country is building one of its most important highways yet. A massive $120 million route stretching from Bobo Dioulasso, its second largest city, all the way to the Ivory Coast border. Sounds like just a road, right? But it's so much more. This highway is a lifeline. It connects farmers to ports, producers to global buyers, and Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation, to the Atlantic Ocean. Think of it as a shortcut to independence. Before this, getting goods to market was a slow, expensive journey. Tomato paste, cotton, gold. Everything took too long, cost too much, and passed through too many hands. But now, with this direct line to coastal trade, everything changes. Transport is faster, prices drop, more money stays in local pockets. But this road isn't just about business, it's a political message too. For years, Burkina Faso's trade routes were tied to the north, routes shaped by colonial footprints and controlled by outside powers. This new southern highway is a break from that history. It's a bold step towards self-reliance built for the country's own priorities, not someone else's agenda. And here's the best part. It's not some foreign-funded showcase. It's powered by local workers. It's connected to national plans for agriculture, industry, and energy. And along the way, entire communities are transforming. Small towns are turning into trade hubs. New markets are popping up. Houses, gas stations, and roadside businesses are being built. Every village the road touches gains a little more life, a little more opportunity. And for the first time in decades, Burkina Faso isn't waiting for permission, it's leading the way. But what good are roads if your clinics don't have power? If your schools go dark at night? If your businesses can't keep the lights on? That's where Yellen comes in. Yellen, meaning light in the local language, is one of the most powerful projects Burkina Faso has ever launched. Instead of waiting for the national grid to arrive, which often never does, Yellen is bringing solar energy straight to the people. Over 150 villages and more than 300,000 people now have electricity thanks to this initiative. And they're just getting started. This isn't just about lights, it's about freedom. A rural hospital can now keep vaccines cold. A student can finish her homework after sunset. A small shop can run a freezer and stay open longer. And because the power comes from the sun, there are no oil imports, no blackouts, and no pollution. Better still, Yellen creates jobs on the ground. Local technicians are being trained to install and maintain solar systems, turning young people into energy workers. It's not just infrastructure, it's a skill-building engine. And because solar power is decentralized, it means every village is less dependent on the state and more capable of standing on its own. Yellen is more than electricity, it's empowerment. It's one more brick in the foundation of a self-sufficient Burkina Faso. One panel at a time, the country is building a grid that runs not on fossil fuels, but on dignity. So now picture it, roads that reach the sea, power that reaches the people. But there's still one more piece of the puzzle. How do you care for your people, treat their illnesses, and build a healthcare system that doesn't just survive, but leads? Stay with us, because the next chapter takes us inside the walls of a hospital unlike any other, where medicine meets national pride and healing becomes the new revolution. What's the point of building roads and turning on the lights if the people you're building for are still suffering in silence? In Burkina Faso, real progress means putting people's health at the center of the national story. And that story now has a new heart, the Regional University Hospital in Bobo-Dioulasso. It's not just a hospital, it's a symbol, a promise. Rising from the southwest, this facility marks a turning point for a region that, for decades, was left behind. In the past, if you needed surgery, you might have had to travel hundreds of kilometers, or worse, not get care at all. Clinics were understaffed, equipment was outdated, lives were lost that could have been saved. But now, everything is changing. This hospital will be one of the most advanced in the country. It's designed to treat, to train, and to transform. Patients will receive modern care, from maternity support to emergency surgeries, all powered by solar energy from the Yellen project. But just as important, the hospital will train future doctors, nurses, and technicians. No more waiting on foreign professionals, no more sending patients abroad. Burkina Faso is building its own army of healers. And this hospital won't stand alone. Ambulance routes are being mapped. Rural clinics are being digitally connected. Information, patients, and support can now move faster and smarter across the region. For the first time, modern medicine is moving in, not just passing through. But to heal a nation, you need more than medicine. You need water. Clean water isn't just about drinking. It's about survival. For homes, schools, businesses, and hospitals. And for a capital like Ouagadougou, growing fast and dreaming bigger, water is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. Enter Ziga 2, a massive dam project with a mission to fix the city's water crisis once and for all. In dry seasons, families used to wake up to dry taps. Women and children walked miles just to find water. Hospitals had to ration it. And when businesses couldn't get enough, they simply shut down. That's the problem Ziga 2 is built to solve. Once finished, this dam will secure a steady, reliable flow of water for hundreds of thousands. It's not just about holding water, it's about moving it cleanly and efficiently. The plan includes advanced filtration, solar-powered pumping, and a modern pipe network to keep every drop safe and flowing. And it's not only for the city. Ziga 2 is just one piece of a bigger puzzle. Rural water systems are being expanded. Rainwater collection is being introduced to farms. Underground aquifers are being protected. In short, Burkina Faso is taking charge of its water, from sky to soil, city to village. This is water for people, not profit. Built with the climate in mind, managed by local hands and designed to serve, not sell. So the roads are in place, the power is flowing, the hospitals are open, and clean water runs to the taps. The next question, where do people live? That's where the Faso Mayo project steps in. This isn't just a housing project, it's a vision. A plan to build 50,000 new homes that are affordable, durable, and designed for real families, teachers, nurses, small business owners, and everyday workers. But Faso Mayo is more than bricks and roofs. It's whole communities designed with care, wide roads, green parks, local markets, drainage systems that work, schools within walking distance, clinics down the street, playgrounds next to homes, no more pushing poor families to the outskirts, no more cities built only for the rich. And here's the twist, it's built by the people, for the people. Every brick, every pipe, every wire is laid by local workers. Builders, electricians, carpenters, and planners are getting trained and paid. Money flows directly into communities, and young people are getting real jobs with real purpose. This is more than urban planning, it's national renewal. And as these homes fill with light, water, and warmth, they also fill with pride. A mother can raise her children knowing the school is safe. A nurse can walk home after her shift. A child can dream of becoming a doctor, an architect, a leader. Because Burkina Faso isn't just building infrastructure, it's building a future where no one is left out. A house gives you shelter. A job gives you income. But without a bank that speaks your language, understands your struggle, and trusts your dreams, money never grows. It slips away. That's why Burkina Faso created something revolutionary. Burkina, the country's first state-owned bank, designed not to profit from its people, but to empower them. For decades, the banking system belonged to the privileged. International banks ruled the cities, chasing big contracts, foreign trade, and high-margin customers. Meanwhile, rural villages, market women, young entrepreneurs, and small farmers were left behind. No accounts, no credit, no safety net. They lived outside the system, invisible. Burkina is changing that. From bustling towns to quiet farming communities, the bank is opening doors that were locked for generations. Now, everyday people can walk into a local branch or just use their phone and open a basic account, get a small loan, or apply for microcredit. Women can launch businesses, farmers can buy tools, young dreamers can fund their startups. And it's all available in local languages delivered by staff who live in the same neighborhoods they serve. This isn't charity, it's strategy. Burkina works hand in hand with national development. It offers mortgage loans, tailored for families in new housing projects. It helps fund farming cooperatives. It links directly with government platforms, soon to be hosted in national data centers, so citizens can bank, apply for services and receive payments all in one digital space. For the first time, money isn't a barrier, it's a bridge. But giving people access to money is just the start. To run a modern country, you need more than cash. You need control over information. And in today's world, real power lives in data centers and internet cables. That's why Burkina Faso is building something most nations never imagined for Africa: full-scale digital independence. At the center of this transformation is PAC Digital, a $150 million acceleration program that is pulling Burkina Faso into the digital age on its own terms. The foundation? 2 massive national data centers, now nearly complete, that will house everything from tax records to hospital files, school systems, and civil registries. No more storing information in France, no more dependency on foreign servers. This data stays in Burkina Faso where it belongs. As the infrastructure rises, so do digital services. In just a few clicks, people will soon be able to apply for ID cards, register land, enroll their kids in school, and access health records, all from a phone. The long lines and corruption that once plagued public offices, gone. But the mission goes beyond government services. PAC Digital is also bridging the digital divide. Internet coverage is being expanded to reach 500 underserved towns and villages. Digital literacy programs are being rolled out for youth, women, and small business owners. And new cybersecurity laws are being passed to protect user privacy and stop foreign surveillance. Together with Burkina's mobile banking and the national tech grid, a digital ecosystem is forming, built not for profit, but for power, pride, and people. You can digitize the government, build new homes, and open local banks, but if people still don't have water when they wake up, then progress hasn't really arrived. President Traore's government knows this, and that's why one of the most transformative changes is happening underground, one pipe at a time. With help from the World Bank, Burkina Faso launched the Urban Water Sector Project, a mission to make clean water and decent sanitation a public right, not a rare privilege. So far, over 610,000 people have gained access to piped water, and another 440,000 now have better sanitation. But this isn't just about numbers, it's about freedom, especially for women and children who used to spend hours carrying heavy buckets from distant wells. In cities like Ouagadougou and Bobo-Dioulasso, the difference is life-changing. Families are drinking cleaner water, kids are getting sick less. Schools and hospitals are operating with reliable water systems, and homes no longer depend on shady middlemen selling overpriced water by the jerry can. Even better? Sanitation is being rebuilt from the ground up, literally. Schools now have hygienic toilets. Public markets and clinics have proper waste systems. Flood-prone areas are getting new drainage to stop diseases from spreading during rainy seasons. And here's the smart twist. It's digital. People can now track water usage, report problems, and pay bills from their phones. Corruption is down, access is up, and a basic human need is being treated like what it truly is, a right. Now step into rural Burkina Faso, where wealth doesn't sit in wallets, it walks on four legs. For millions, livestock isn't just food, it's identity. It's passed down, traded, and trusted. But for too long, the livestock sector was stuck in the past, unprotected, underfed, and unprofitable. That's changing fast. With support from the World Bank, the government launched the Livestock Sector Development Support Project, and it's quietly transforming lives across the countryside. This isn't just about raising more cows, it's about making livestock a modern, money-making sector. Mobile vet teams now travel across provinces, vaccinating animals and treating diseases. Mortality rates are down, productivity is up. And for many families, that means more milk, more meat, and more money. But the plan goes deeper. New processing centres are being built to turn raw milk into dairy products, hides into leather goods, and meat into packaged cuts ready for urban shelves or export. Cold storage units are being set up to keep food fresh and reduce waste. And through Burkina, small herders are getting access to loans so they can invest in stronger breeds and better feed systems. Women, especially in rural areas, are among the biggest winners. Many manage small flocks or herds, and now they have the tools to grow those businesses, feed their families, and earn real income. It's not just survival anymore, it's strategy. With new roads connecting farms to markets, with electricity and water flowing into once forgotten towns, and with digital tools helping farmers track animals and plan sales. Livestock has gone from local asset to national powerhouse. So where does that leave us? Burkina Faso is no longer waiting for permission. It's no longer sitting in the shadow of foreign donors or former colonizers. It's not being led, it's leading. From solar power to banking, from tomatoes to data centers, from water pipes to livestock markets, every project tells the same story. We build for ourselves. The rest of the world might not be watching yet, but maybe it should. Now here's the question. Is Burkina Faso moving faster than the West ever expected? Do you think Ibrahim Traore is on the right track? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if this inspired you, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. We're bringing you stories no one else will. Stories about Black brilliance, African strength, and a future that's already unfolding. One bold step at a time.